Double Team is an action movie from the late 1990s starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Wesley Snipes. In the 80s and 90s, people like Jean-Claude Van Damme or Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, etc. were big action heroes, and their movies were really something to see back in the day. However, towards the late 1990s, the formula for these action movies started to get very old and very boring. But Jean-Claude continued to do the old-fashioned 80s, early 90s action-packed thrillers with machine guns blazing and a guy who could get shot 100 times and never die. Well, Double Team is one of those films. Jean-Claude's character is a secret agent, and he's retired and he's now living with his pregnant wife, and he just wants to live a normal life. But of course, as usual for these films, the government agent guy goes to him and tells Jean-Claude's character, look, you've got to come back. We need your help. There's this, really nasty villain we need you to assassinate and take care of, played by Mickey Rourke in this film. And he says, okay, I'll come back to do this one thing, sure, but this is the last time. It's the usual stuff. But during the course of this secret operation, something goes wrong, and Jean-Claude is blamed for it, and so he's sent to this special island for secret agents as punishment for his failure in the operation. Now, his wife and his family and his friends are made to believe that he is dead. And while they believe this, and while Jean-Claude is trapped in this island, Mickey Rourke, the guy who plays the evil villain in the piece, he loses his son during the course of this film, and he decides to take care of Jean-Claude's pregnant wife, with basically the intention of raising Jean-Claude's child as his own, sort of like a replacement for the child that he lost. Now, during the course of the film, he escapes the island with the help of Wesley Snipes. Jean-Claude eventually is able to rescue his wife, but not before Mickey Rourke takes their son, who she's given birth to by now, and they have this big final battle in this arena with lions and fire and everything. It's a real far-out action movie, but basically this is the gist of it. Jean-Claude Van Damme wins the day, he rescues his baby son, he rescues his wife, and they live happily ever after. Unfortunately, the pregnancy scenes in this film are just not that great, and that's a shame because there was a lot of potential in this film to have some really good pregnancy scenes. In the beginning, she's showing only a little bit, and later on, when she's more pregnant and Mickey Rourke's character is taking care of her, we see her showing quite a bit more. However, she never gets really big in this pregnancy, and we only have a few scenes with her before she gives birth to her child, and Mickey Rourke's character, kidnaps the baby and has this big showdown with Jean-Claude Van Damme. And there are, of course, no bare belly scenes. I mean, this was the late 1990s, and you just didn't get that very much in movies at that time. And some, like myself, would argue we still don't get enough of it, even nowadays. But even so, this was a missed opportunity. They really should have spent more time with the pregnant character in this subplot where she's being taken care of by the villain and she doesn't know he's the villain and she thinks he's a good friend of her husband and, he's trying to take care of her. There could have been plenty of opportunities for bare belly scenes or at the very least have her be extremely pregnant. We could have had, scenes like that. We got none of that. That's a shame, but not entirely unexpected for a movie made in the 1990s. And with that being said, let's get right to our score. Okay, so the final score for Double Team is one pregnant woman. There simply wasn't enough pregnancy in this film to really recommend it as a pregnancy-themed movie. You have no bare belly scenes, and no scenes where the character is really pregnant, or anything that would be awesome to look at. I would say if you're a fan of action movies and pregnancy, well then, someday when you've got nothing to do, yeah, why not watch Double Team? Other than that, I really can't recommend it. There's just nothing really here to see. That's unfortunate, but what can I say? That's the 1990s for you. Well, this has been the Chipmunk, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye.